desktop audio momentarily so we don't hear the Minecraft music. I mean, I guess we can continue to hear the Minecraft music, but I don't think it's really necessary. All right, stats time. All right, let's see. No, that's the Teletubbies. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for Fire Emblem Online. Here we go. All right. Okay, so these are the stats. Oops, no, that's Minecraft. Shut up. Talking to the Minecraft, not you guys. All right. All right, so these are deaths from least to the most. All right. And then battles, and then death to battle ratio. So basically, how many deaths per battle that they were in did they have? Got missed. One, Ranruff, Nafine, Gatry. Titania had two. I went back. Titania, one of them was I sacrificed her to the Black Knight because I wanted to see if she had dialogue with him. She did not. Hark, Tanith. I'm kind of surprised Astrid only had 6, but she was only in 8 battles, so I guess. And that's everyone. No one's missing. Boyd. No one's missing from this at all. All right. Do we have any? Yes, the sum is 196. Where's Ike? And now I did do the math correctly, yes, because I haven't included the last 3 people. Now for the top 3. All right, is it popping up? Did it work? It's popping up. There we go. Oh, it's behind that one. Okay. I did dumb play you. I did. This took me like an hour to edit, and it's not even that good. But and then I'll show you guys the stupid maths. Where the frick is Fire Emblem Online? There we go. In number 3, we have Ike. 18 deaths, a 0.62 deaths per battle, and obviously in all 29 battles. In spot number 2, we have Rise with a 0.93 deaths per battle, 25 deaths, and a 27 battles. And in first place, that's not it. There we go. And in first place, we have Elena with 30 deaths, 22 battles, and a 1.36 death per battle. All right, let me show. I also got let me put this one back, bring that back, and then show you guys so yeah, this is the list. So the highest death per battle ratio was actually Rayson. He had 1.6 deaths per battle, but he was narrowly beat out for the most deaths by multiple other people. To be clear, Boyd had the second highest death per battle ratio. Despite only being in 9 battles, he had 13 deaths. So he had the second highest death per battle ratio at 1.44 deaths. And then Alana, who had the most deaths overall, came in 3rd for death per battles. Because he's a greenie. I just love that Boyd, who was only in 9 levels, was one of the highest death per battles. Who else was above 1? Rolf was, yeah, okay. Kieran was 1.06. Missed ratio is infinite? Yeah, because, oh, I meant to put 1 there. Hers should be 1. That should say 1. Whoops. That should say 1. 0 battles. 1 divided by none. She has infinite death per battle ratio. Tied in the Black Knight fight, yeah, probably. So who else had above 1? Leith had 1 exactly, but that was all because they were only in 1. Devdin had 1, and Nasala had 1. Lowest was obviously Titania. Well, actually, that's not true. I guess technically Shinnon was in there, but we don't really count him. I don't really count Shinnon. See, who had the lowest? It was the lowest who was in the most battles. Because we had Ike in 29, Titania in 29. Soren was in all he could be in at 26. Alana was in 22, and then Rise was in 27. So those are the most. And then once we got like Jill, let me show you the this is the deaths per chapter by who died. Chapter 29, the final chapter, along with chapter 11, which is the one where the Black Knight first appears, were both the highest deaths at 19. The second highest number of deaths was in chapter 9, and that was the one where we sent Titania to go scout out the beach and then proceeded to get nuked by everyone when Titania was away. And then chapter 17, which is the one that had like 5 different parts, had 17 deaths. Let's see. Yeah, Boyd died 6 times in chapter 11. I think he and Volk had the most deaths, like, in any chapter. Yeah, I learned never send Titania away again, true. But Titania only had 2 deaths, but one of them was that I literally sacrificed her. Just because I wanted to see if she had dialogue with the Black Knight. She did not. All right, and then if we go to attendance, this one was a doozy to figure out. Orange is people who I had in originally and then took out. Green is who I ended up having for the final when I completed the level. You just see Ike, Titania. You can just tell who did I keep for the entire time once I got them. Rise, Super Stassa. Thank you. I spent several hours doing this today. Yeah, Rise was in all the ones he could be in. Soren was in all the ones he could be in. Alana was in all the ones she could be in. Mordecai was in a decent amount. He wasn't in all of them, though. Jill was in... Where's Coke? Coke is right... Kieran... There he is. He's right here. He was in almost all of them. I didn't have him in 15 and 16 or 22. Don't remember why. I think one of those was the sand one, where they said I wouldn't be able to move a lot in sand. Yeah, Jill I had in all the ones she could have. Stefan, as soon as we got Stefan, he stayed. Ryson honestly stayed for almost everything except for 27 and 28. And then once we got Har, we used him all the way up except for 1 level. Solid 1. Just like the No, I'm very proud of my statistics. Oh, the red is because that's where we perma-killed Crabtree. But since Shinnon, he technically wasn't a part of our team when we killed Shinnon, I didn't put him on here. But yeah, no, wait. So yeah, we can see who had the lowest. Fiend, 6, Titania. Someone holds grudges. Against Shinnon? Heck yeah. That dude made fun of Soren. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. But yeah, no, this was a lot of maths, but you know, I am kind of surprised Alana. I'm honestly surprised Alana beat out Rise. I didn't expect that. I did not expect her to beat out Rise. Like, it wasn't even close. It was 5 deaths. It was 5 deaths, and she was in 5 less battles. Yeah, me too. I also thought Rise would be number 1. So anyway, yeah, that is the statistics of the the statistics that we care about. Like, you know, battles and deaths and kills and stuff, that's cool, but deaths are what really matters. But yeah, I edited the freaking top three because I was trying to find the portrait photos. I was trying to find the portrait photos that they used for like the top three ranking, and I could only find one that had to do with. I would close the image 1 sec. Where be you? There you go. I could only find the image that had an overlay of their actual like character colored on it. So I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna take that and we're just gonna because it's not him, it's Rise has had the character model like halfway over here, and I was like, well, I can't do that. So we're just gonna copy the color over here. We're just gonna copy the color from like over in a bare spot and then cover it up. But yeah, that's why stream is so late was because I was editing these. It just works. Good job, Alana. Wait, what was Soren's death per? Or Soren's? Soren's was 0.46. So he had about a one death for every two battles. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah. But yeah, no, I really did. I enjoyed the game. So it was a lot of fun. I hope that we get more continuation on this Dark God. I do feel a bit unfulfilled because of the lack of uh, finishing that storyline that seemed to be super major, and then they went, nah, man. But no, I really did enjoy that game. Soren carried at the end, and Titania carried the start and the middle. So true, so true. I was thinking that if I had released the playthrough in 3 different parts, because like the rate that is the editing is currently turning out to be is 20 minutes per chapter, which seems okay until you realize that that's 10 hours. So I'm wondering if I need to like split it in two and maybe have one thumbnail with Titania up front with Ike, and then the second one have Soren up front with Ike to show the change and progression of who was our MVP. I think that could be kind of cool if we did that. That way I don't release a 10-hour video because, dear gosh. All right, let's see. But yeah, no, that was a very good game. I do look forward to playing the sequel at some point in the future, which will probably be in a couple months. Because we got to play New Vegas. We got to play New Vegas before the next season comes out. Okay, where's my... If you've watched a 10-hour video. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I've watched like a 4-hour one. I've watched like some like long streams, but like, put it in different parts. I just think it would make more sense to like put it down into separate things. Like I feel like once you get above like 6.5 hours, you really need to separate it. Watch 6 hours, yeah. Okay, top three, let's get rid of that. So we can delete that now. But yeah, Alana turned out to be the most easily killable character. All right, F8. Oh wait, Shift F8. No, Control F8. No. One sec. Most. That was throughout like 3 days. Yeah, no, that's perfectly fair. Most valued target. She was the most valued target. So true. Oh, maybe I need to press F in F8. F in F8. Oh. No, that didn't work. Screw you. Buzz off. The easiest, the most killable by a bit. Yeah. Whatever. sometimes the minimize works and sometimes it doesn't. And it's not very nice about it, to be honest. Get doxxed again, yeah, exactly. Minecraft being Minecraft.